Hello everyone. In this day and age, I'm sure you've heard of social media, and I'm sure you know what it is, and I'd be willing to bet that everybody uses at least one form of it. But did you know that social media can be bad for your mental health? This is why social media is bad for your mental health. The first reason, it is addictive. Social media is very addictive, and no addiction is good for your mental health. A study from Nottingham Trent University checked over earlier research on the psychological characteristics, personality, and social media use. The authors came to the conclusion that it may be plausible to speak specifically on Facebook addiction disorder because addiction criteria such as neglected personal life, mental preoccupation, and mood-modifying experience, tolerance, and concealing the addictive behavior appear to be present in some people who use social media excessively, so don't use it excessively. The next reason is it can bring you sadness. Now before I read this slide, I'll bring in some personal aspects. It can bring me sadness when I end up spending a lot of time on social media when I should be doing other things, and then when it's time for me to get up and do the other things, I end up becoming sad and stressed out because I procrastinated and didn't do what I had to do. So, excessive use of social media can cause you less satisfaction and less moment-to-moment happiness. The more use of social media, the more people tend to feel socially isolated. To back that up, a study found that social media use is linked to more feelings of social isolation. The team looked at how much people used the most popular social media platforms and correlated this with their perceived social isolation. Not surprisingly, it turned out that people who spent more time on social media sites felt more socially isolated and perceived themselves to be more socially isolated. And perceived social isolation is never a good thing for your mental health. The next reason is people compare their lives to others. Part of the reason why social media makes people feel socially isolated is the comparison factor. And the comparison factor is when you're scrolling through Instagram or whatever platform you're using and you compare your life to somebody else's life. Whether you think your life is worse or better than theirs, that's the comparison factor. And a study looked at how we make comparisons to other posts in an upward and downward directions. This is feeling that we're either better or worse than other people or our friends. And the results found out that both types of comparisons made people feel worse, which is surprising because in the real life, only upwards comparisons, which is thinking other people have better lives than you, can make you feel bad. But in the social media world, any kind of comparison can make you feel bad. And the last reason is it can make you very jealous. Scrolling through social media and seeing somebody's perfect family on perfect vacation can certainly make people feel jealous and can even lead to them trying to one-up them to make it appear that their lives are better than other people, which is an endless circle of one-upsmanship and is very toxic and it never ends well. Now, after talking about all of the bad effects of social media, I can't go a whole presentation on saying some good things. So to end my presentation, I'll talk about some good things, positive effects of social media. Now, social media is a great way to stay in touch with long-distance friends. You can just see what they're up to all the time. It is an easy and sometimes fun way of communicating to anyone all around the world. And according to a 2018 survey, 31% of adolescents believe that social media affects their life positively. And you can always advertise your company or your product, and it helps spread awareness on widespread issues. Thank you.